Hey, this is Natsu in the Isokaze. It is a tier 4 Japanese destroyer, and in this replay, it was unupgraded, which is 9,000 hit points, 3 120mm guns, and 6 torpedoes. We're playing on the map Big Race. It has islands in the northeast side and the center, with an opening in between those. Cruisers and battleships tend to fight on the northeast side, while destroyers tend to fight in the center islands because of the mobility factor. I pop my smoke, thinking I'm safe. How can they see me? I know I'm going into an open area where there's no cover, but, smoke gives you cover. At this point, I had no idea that this AA was lighting me up. And I'm gonna get a warm welcome. Instantly take out my engines, light my vessel on fire. I have to repair, or I'm dead. Way too exposed. Headed towards the south side with the other 2 destroyers, hoping to use the islands as cover from the enemy cruisers and battleships that have range on me. At this point, it seems that we've already killed 2 cruisers, one on the northeast side and one on the south side. Still haven't seen mini destroyers. Ooh, spotted 2 destroyers almost at the exact same moment. Open up with one of my 3 guns. Notice that he sends out torpedoes, but they're clearly not meant for me. Probably targeting one of my allied destroyers behind me. I send out all my torpedoes to try and clog up the area in between the 2 islands. I hear that friendly torpedoes are sent out. I confirm that they're not going to hit me. Unfortunately, a lot of close beta destroyers tend to fire whether you are in their way or not. Barely avoid collision with a allied cruiser. But everything's good. I turn to make a break for the open ocean with my friendly cruiser. Team looks great. We've killed 3 of their vessels. They've only killed 1 of ours. We have full control over the South Center Islands. All our destroyers and 2 cruisers are heading through to try and put pressure on the cap and possibly find a carrier out in the open. I noticed that there's an enemy destroyer that's going around an island. I have no shot, unfortunately, but there is an allied destroyer in that area. Carriers at this point in the beta for me, I didn't understand how important they were to the team's success. Generally now I would recommend make a break to take out any carriers that you see in the open. I'm too preoccupied with any destroyers that might be in the smoke or around the islands out of view. I noticed that there's a AFK destroyer, which is unfortunate for the enemy team. I believe our cruiser just sent out torpedoes to try and eliminate this AFK destroyer. The real question is whether he'll have enough time to kill him before someone kills him with their guns. And it looks like his torpedo hit the destroyer and killed it. I send out 2 120mm rounds. They do almost nothing to the carrier. And I look over to my left, I see that this destroyer has double back. I send out my first 2 torpedoes in the direction he's facing. And as I'm considering firing my next one, I see that he's turning. So I try and send my next 4 torpedoes in the direction he's turned into. I notice that the enemy torpedoes are going to miss my vessel. I also see that I have missed the enemy vessel, so I switch to my guns while my torpedoes reload and send a couple rounds into him. It appears that We're about to kill the enemy carrier, so that's good for us. Get rid of all the air support they have. Continue to fire on the destroyer. He appears to be disinterested in me, probably trying to damage any vessels attacking his carrier, but he's not going to have any luck with that. Destroyers at this point just don't have the armaments to counter other vessels. And I see a blip on my radar going, oh shit! Torpedoes in the water! But he completely missed. But I will not miss with my torpedoes. Took this great opportunity and squandered it. So, easy destroyer kill. Look to my left, see that the previous destroyer is still continuing his attack on the friendly destroyer and cruiser. We've killed the carrier. I sent out torpedoes, hoping to hit the enemy destroyer, but the angle and the speed he's moving, probably impossible. So I continue to fire with my main gun. I checked the team stats. Enemy team only has 3 vessels alive, while we still have 8. We've got both our carriers, we've got 2 destroyers, 3 cruisers, and a battleship still up. So I have fully reloaded my torpedo tube. I send out all 6 torpedoes at the enemy cruiser. He's headed south, I'm headed north. I figure if I don't get a kill, it'll force him to change his direction. And I continue to fire on this destroyer. I find it's very difficult to land shots on a destroyer who is moving away from and turning, so I tend to hold my shots until they've committed, so I can see the side of their vessel. I confirm that 1, 2 torpedo hits. Can I get a third? No! The cruiser's barely alive, but I really seem to be focusing on this destroyer. It's almost personal at this point. He's been alive and my primary target for half of this match. Friendly torpedoes destroy this battleship. There's no chance. Nice! Destroyed that cruiser that I hit with my torpedoes. Seems like he couldn't repair his flooding. Only 1 vessel left. This destroyer. Seems like we need to end this by sending a message. Hell yeah! Hope you guys enjoyed that.